What is going on, my fellow gardeners? It's me again, back to give you an update. I have plants that have been going that I made for self-watering containers. They are on week 3. Last week I showed you the height of the plants. I updated you on how they were doing in these containers, whether or not I had to water the plants or add water to the containers. I pointed out some uh, specifics on the containers themselves. I'll just summarize that again. These are $9 27-gallon self-watering containers. They're using a Miracle-Gro potting mix. It was the most expensive component of the container. I'm using PVC pipe as the fill tube. I'm using gutter pipe or down in the soil, and actually it's corrugated tubing. And also for the drains, I am using just some copper pipe that I had laying around. Well, the plants are looking amazing, okay? Since last week, I would say they probably have grown a foot to a foot and a half. Last week, I think they were just about right here. And now they're just climbing up that string, and they are doing great. Look at that tendril there. That just happened last night. That thing, I put that string up yesterday. That's made for a different part of this cucumber, but it grabbed onto it. Bad cucumber, bad cucumber. You need to stay on this string, not that one. This cucumber's doing good. You know, the tendrils are just grabbing on. It's vibrant. There's all green, lush growth. To add fertilizer, haven't had to add anything. I haven't even had to add water to these yet. I just want to let you know we have had probably 2 weeks of straight wind, and I'm talking 10, 15, 20 mile an hour continual wind. It has been very annoying. I'm just going to show you what's going on here, okay? So the cucumbers are looking amazing. Over here, the squash is really just doing wonderful. You know, it's got plenty of flowers. This morning I self-pollinated one of the flowers over here. This one was a female. That means the plant's doing good when it's making male and female. Over here on this other plant, I self-pollinated it again. And I'll show you inside this flower here. This is kind of what a female looks like. Let me open that up. See that? That is a female. That's what you want to see. You'll get more males usually than the females. I'll show you what a male flower looks like, okay? Down in there. That's what a male looks like. And you can just get a paintbrush. That's what I use, a little paintbrush. And you paintbrush the male and you put it over into the female and just wipe it across it. And you will get some babies. You will get babies. So they're looking great. In comparison, I have other squash that are going in grow bags that do not look as good as these plants right here. I have not had to add any fertilizer. Over here, we're going to go to, and I do apologize, it's windy. My mic might be a little off. This is the cantaloupe. Looking beautiful. It's got little flowers coming up. There's no pollinators right now. It's starting to want to do some climbing. You see the little tendril there is grabbing onto it. So I'm going to have to kind of train these because they're trying to go the wrong way. This one's doing way better than this one as far as direction. And this cantaloupe here was a smaller plant, started from a seed about a week after this one. Basil is doing good. Basil over here is just getting drowned by the leaves, so I don't know what we're going to do about this, but it's not getting light. Same one here. This basil doesn't look so bad. It's just these beautiful lush leaves are covering it. And let's move over here. You know, again, I've got marigolds going on, complementary plant. They put out Corinthians. I keep a little paintbrush over kind of in this area when I come up early in the morning. It's usually dark out when I'm out here trying to self-pollinate the squash. The celebrity tomatoes just look fantastic. I mean, there's just not one dead or leaf on this plant that looks like this plant is under any stress at all. It is one of the healthiest tomatoes. I mean, it's by far, this year I'm just amazed by how the dark, lush green on these tomatoes look. That soil that I used in that first video, I showed you pictures. You know, it's got slow release fertilizer in it. I did add bone meal, and I added a garden tone to the soil, and so there's plenty of good stuff down there. But I will, when I do my first watering, I will do a nitrogen, a 20-20-20 fertilizer. But I'm just amazed I haven't had to water these yet. I'm on week 3. They just keep on going. We did have a rain yesterday. That's my pond out there. That pond was half empty, and we had so much rain that it topped it off. It does. I mean, every year just we get a flash flood and the pond ends up topping off. Dog is over here just enjoying the sun today because they weren't able to go out yesterday. It was just horrible out here in the North Texas area. So that's about it with everything that's going on. Plants are looking amazing. This plan has come together. The build that I did with these containers is working out great. The tubing that I used is perfect. It's cheap. Like I said, the Miracle-Gro, or the potting is the key to this. You can make a great container and a self-watering container, a system that works. But if you go cheap on the soil, or you have soil that doesn't wick, then it doesn't matter how great your container is and how the design works. It's not going to work. So that's so important. And I just want to kind of give you an idea. So these cucumbers planted 3 weeks after these bags, okay, and they're almost about the same height. You know, these cucumbers are in a container that's a self-watering container that's a little taller than this bag, but I think there's a race to the top right now, and I think the race, it might be won by these self-watering containers. They're neck and neck right now. You know, look at that. Look at over there. See that? I mean, they are neck and neck. This is a race, like Ford versus Ferrari or something. I want to show you something just to give you an idea, a little extra over here, in case you don't know. Wind can really destroy your crop. If it gets to be over 20, then there is damage that is done physical to the plants. Stems will break. If you get 25 miles an hour, it can kill the plants. So you almost have to find a way to protect them if you get some crazy wind, whatever you can do. That's one thing good about having bags, because you can move them around. Now those self-watering containers, these things, I'm telling you, these bad boys are heavy. So moving them would be something I just wouldn't be able to do. But I'm going to show you this bag here. This is what the wind, these plants. If you look at this plant that's in this bag here, this is catching most of the wind. And just look at these leaves. And this isn't from bugs, and this isn't from soil or anything. It is just from the wind. It's just ripping through these plants. It'll put holes in the leaves. That's not from bugs. That's not from bugs. Look what's under this leaf here, okay? This plant's under some serious stress. Now, if you look on the other side here, the leaves are looking good. The leaves are looking good, okay? These leaves are getting protected because these other leaves are taking the brunt of this wind. And I have noticed with this plant, it's under a lot of stress. All these flowers are males. It's very annoying. That means your plant's not happy. It needs to produce females and males. Here's another one. Look at that. See the leaves? So just know that if you have some leaves that are looking bad right now, it might not be from bugs, okay? If you've got a lot of wind that's just beating up your plants day in and day out, the leaves are going to be, they're going to take it, and the plant will suffer. I do have some squash going on these guys that are starting. So I just wanted to let you know that wind is something that you have to take note of. If you're in a high wind area and you live up in an area that you get high winds all the time, you need to put your garden somewhere where you've got a fence. See over here, I've got an 8-foot tall fence. That helps a little bit. Unfortunately, the wind is coming from the other direction, and doesn't matter. And then I've got chain link all back here, so my yard's pretty open. But just remember that there's other variables to growing that you have to consider, and wind is one of them. Okay, so that's about it for this week. I appreciate everybody. I hope that y'all are having success. It's April 5th. And this is just working out great with these containers. I'm more than happy with them. I'm going to build a container next week and post a video on it. And it'll show you step by step how to put one of these together. And it's about $50. But these containers are built to last. These things are going to last years. Years and years. Okay? Everybody have a great day. Good luck with your gardening, your seeding, and everything. Next week I'm going to show you, I've grown a bunch of wildflowers. I've got a bed, and I dropped seed on that bed last week. I dropped seed on that bed. I'm serious. I am serious. I'm going to show you real quick. I dropped seeds on this bed 7. And look at this. Look at this. Look at all those are going to be a mixture of wildflowers, pollinators, the bees and all the butterflies are going to come in. And this is an 8-foot long bed, and it is just going to be loaded with different color. And go over that next week of what I did for that, because it's amazing to have 7 days and already have so much coming up on this bed. And these flowers that are grown from these cheap seed packets that you can get at Walmart for $1.97, they're good seeds, and they grow quick. So I'll go over that next week. I hope y'all have a wonderful day, and peace out.